Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenovec, along with Katie Greifeld. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We're joined by Bloomberg News equities reporter Alexandra Semenova. Alex, what's got your attention today?
Hey guys, well, it was a really difficult time for most investors back in April through the tariff volatility, but it was a fantastic time if you were a trader at Goldman Sachs. The firm's equities unit posted its largest trading revenue haul in Wall Street history. Most people thought it would be good, but not this good. Equity trading revenue for the second quarter came in at $4.3 billion. That's $600 million above what Wall Street analysts expected. That also helped push profit expectations for the period, and trading desks across Wall Street benefited from the volatility, but actually surprisingly for the quarter, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, and JP Morgan's actually slipped a little bit. Goldman has been trying to build out its trading business. It's Wall Street's most profitable, to compete with the likes of Morgan Stanley and market makers like Jane Street and Citadel. And obviously this quarter is a testament that that effort has been successful. The stock is up just a bit today, 0.5%, but it's up 22% this year through yesterday's close.
Yeah, tough crowd, right? When it comes to Goldman, you post a record trading.
And it wasn't enough for investors, I guess, because financials have run up so much this year.
That's true. The bar was high. How about ASML? We were talking, not in this show, but I was talking yesterday about NVIDIA seeming...
We talked about it too.
I'm sure you did. I was home. But anyway, talk to us about ASML, because it's not a blanket good news story for these chip makers.
Right. A company that is not faring too well through all of the tariff uncertainty. Its CEO today walked back his forecast that sales would grow next year, blaming trade disputes and global tensions. Back in October, he actually told investors that 2026 would be a growth year for the semiconductor industry. Not so much anymore. ASML instead took a more cautious stance today when it reported its second quarter earnings. Its chief financial officer said that clients are more worried about the global trade war than they were back in April. He said our customers are more concerned about the tariff discussions today than they were 3 months ago. Countries are in full battle mode. Again, ASML forecasts third quarter net sales between 7.4 billion euros and 7.9 billion euros. That was below the forecast of 8.2 billion. It expects revenue of 15% growth for the next year.
Okay, in the U.S., the ADRs are ASML U.S. down 8.3% right now. Out in Europe, in Amsterdam, down 11.4% on the day. So quite the hit.
Tough day for them.
All right, Johnson & Johnson, a little bit of green there.
Yeah, so interesting how differently these companies have been navigating all of this. Johnson & Johnson, a company that is faring much better. It beat Wall Street quarterly sales expectations and raised its full-year outlook. Obviously, what companies are saying about their outlooks is so important this earnings season. This is also a show of confidence at a time that the pharmaceutical industry faces the threat of tariffs. The strong results from the sector come even as President Trump floated the idea of tariffs on the sector. On Tuesday night, he said that they could probably come at the end of this month, start slowly and work their way up. He actually told reporters he would impose tariffs of as much as 200% on the sector over the next year to 18 months if companies don't move their businesses here to the U.S. And the CFO of Johnson & Johnson actually said that the gradual approach was a good thing. It's a testament that Trump understands that this can't happen overnight. So obviously investors are taking those remarks positively. Mizuho also said that a notable takeaway is the increase in guidance in the face of so much regulatory and policy uncertainty.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.